looks like we have some new hires here today. So, allow me to introduce myself to those who may not know me. I am Uncle Fate, and I do not have a lot of time to waste. 2020 has been a long boss damn year, and I do not care what Father Time says, but it will not be 2022 in my eyes until after the last 2 years of paperwork have been properly filed. So, I want all of Section E Earth reports finished by the end of the day today, or else I will dock everyone a week's pay. We need to be snappy about this because corporate is getting on my ass, and I do not want to have to explain to the GOD why the Threads of Destiny had not been meted out for another year in a row. Do I make myself clear? All right. Who's first?
Craig Flagstaff, sir, arbiter of the course of events pertaining to post-Reagan America.
Don't think we've met, Craig. You new around here?
It's my first day on the job, sir.
Right. Shame about your predecessor. You hate to see breakdowns that messy. But we are glad to have you on the team, Craig.
Messy?
So, post-Reagan America, what have the whites been up to this year?
Right. So, it looks like we've missed some ground in the past year and a half or so. So it looks like my predecessor ordained that Donald Trump would lose the election.
Donald Trump, a loser. Yep, that tracks. So what ended up happening?
Well, Joe Biden ended up winning the Democratic primary, but, he's, yeah.
Biden. Yes, perfect. I like what I'm hearing.
Well, I mean, there were better candidates in my personal opinion.
Slow your roll here, Craig. I'm gonna let that comment slide before corporate hears about it, but just know we only engineer destinies that make sense.
Oh, what is that supposed to... okay, never mind. So it looks like around here, events started deviating from the projected expectations. Joe Biden wins the election, and Donald Trump claims it was rigged, and then encourages a mob of his supporters to attack the Capitol building on January 6th, 2021.
Oh, interesting. So where'd it go from there?
I mean, aside from that, let's see here. Right, so covered that. Weird. That doesn't... okay. So that was really the only anomaly that occurred from that point. Though they strayed from their original narrative, the outcome remained the same. Now, a year has passed since the Capitol riot.
Yeah, I know how time works. My brother won't shut up about it. So what was achieved from it?
Nothing really. I mean, from what I've looked at about the situation, not a single thing has really been done. None of the people who directly caused the riot have been particularly punished, and it seems like the systems built to potentially punish them simply can't function in that capacity due to the somewhat non-functioning legal apparatus of the legislative branch. I mean, it almost seems to me as if it was built to be able to punish people in power, but was never actually given the capacity to do so. I mean, practically on purpose.
Yeah, relevant. Do you have any pictures of the riot?
There's a folder of them right here. But sir, I don't think it's irrelevant at all. If we're going to be deciding the course of destiny, I think it's important that we ensure humanity holds its leaders accountable to their actions.
What is this guy wearing? That is wild. And on the face paint. Ooh, what a wacky bunch of guys. They went to jail for this, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, it kind of seems like the only people who got punished for this were the poor people who were led on and manipulated to do these actions.
Glad to see that thread is still functioning properly. Well, that seems to catch us up to the present then, doesn't it? So, what fate do you propose we initiate for this situation?
Well, there were a lot of things that happened in between, frankly, but in the terms of this conversation, I'd like to certainly see the former president and his associates put to task for all these things they did.
Oh, right, Craig. I'm gonna stop you there. You're new, you're figuring things out, you're gonna make mistakes, and that's fine. But if you want to get promoted to seraphim someday, you're gonna have to learn to get on corporate's good side. And that means looking the other way when certain people lower our company's taxes. Mm-hmm.
But sir, as an arbiter of the course of events, shouldn't we be biased towards justice for the good of humanity?
Last warning, Craig. Are you going to take the fucking hint, or do you want to end up like your predecessor and his family?
What happened to his... Right. So, all the poor people go into jail, nothing fundamentally changes, and Kanye will continue to be the laughingstock of social media.
No, that's what I want to hear. All right. So, next report is for Ukraine. Whew, God, bet this is going to be a snooze fest.
All right. Hey folks, welcome to the last minute. I'm Dustin Wong, the guy who signs up for a gym membership every year and then forgets about it 3 weeks later. Yeah, sure, you laugh, but you know deep down you're the exact same way. Come on, who are we kidding? New Year's resolutions were made to be broken. Like rules, or pinatas, or spaghetti noodles that are too big for a pot. Actually, I think that's like illegal in Italy to do that. Don't quote me. Anyway, speaking of things that are made to be broken, welcome to the first episode of season 2. So actually, welcome back, if I dare say so. Yeah, season 2. Who would have thought we'd make it this far? Not me. To be honest, I thought we were going to quit halfway through, but we're still here, and we're hoping you're still listening. And even if you're not, we're going to keep making the show anyway. And I'm told if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I guarantee whoever said that wasn't trying to do a scripted, news adjacent, somewhat monthly podcast with only 3 people writing it, all who have full time jobs and are all trying to currently move out of their respective parents' homes. So we got together, we took a step back, and we decided to kind of make a few changes. Not big changes. We're just gonna take a break from doing the buried leads and a couple of sketches and really just focus on making more shorter, consistent episodes. And if that bothers you, I'm sorry. But I'm also sorry because if that's your biggest concern, we gotta take a step back as well. Because there are bigger things in the world to concern yourself with. Like, did you know that PBS ended the show Arthur? You know, the one about the aardvark kid with his sister DW and his friend Buster who was a bunny? The show's just over now. I didn't even know they were still making it, but to know that it's gone is kind of sad. It's not a wonderful kind of day when that happens. Anyways, here's what else happened in the first month of 2022. Back to business. The 5 superpowers, which includes the US, the UK, China, Russia, and France, released a joint statement saying there could be no winners in a nuclear war, which I believe roughly translates to there's nothing to win if everyone's dead. A study was done by Cardiff University suggesting that face masks actually make people more attractive. And it's actually not the first time someone told me covering my face would make me more attractive. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson apologized for attending Downing Street's Bring Your Own Booze party during lockdown, marking the first time an entire country was outraged they didn't get invited to a party. The Canadian government of Quebec announced that they will be imposing a significant financial penalty to anyone who refuses to get vaccinated. Looks like the anti-vaxxers' tune just got a lot less loony. And this joke only works if you know that the Canadian dollar is called a loonie. And if you didn't, you do now. They're called a loonie. I'm serious. You can just go ahead and Google it. Can you imagine going around being like, hey, can you spare a loonie? Oh shit, I'm short a loonie. What a ridiculous country. Not that we're one to talk. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene says she wants a national divorce over Second Amendment rights. Okay, yeah, sure, you guys can keep your guns, and we'll keep the military. And we'll see how that plays out. My guess is quickly. Senator Rand Paul announced his exit from YouTube by saying, "Today I take my first step toward denying my content to big tech." Look, however he wants to justify it, I think we're all winners in this situation. Senator Mitch McConnell said that African Americans vote as much as Americans. Yeah, that sounds about white to me. Look, you gotta remember that as an elected official, Mitch McConnell speaks for all Americans, whether you're black, Asian, Hispanic, or normal. And finally, the Federal Trade Commission will move forward with its bid to make Meta, formerly known as Facebook, sell Instagram and WhatsApp. It's a great day for America. when the FTC, whose primary function is to break up monopolies, remembers that they can break up monopolies. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Steve of Stevie Spicy Hot Sauce, celebrating our 25-year anniversary. For decades, we've been proud to have a spot at the table and be a part of all your favorite meals. Our hot sauce has become the #1 spicy condiment for all walks of life, from moms to chefs, or even this handsome gentleman in the bathroom. I don't quite see how this example is relevant because, he's taking out a travel-sized Stevie Spicy Hot Sauce. I don't really see what it would be good for in a bathroom, but wait. Is he holding what I think he's holding? Okay, what is he planning to do with that? Oh my gosh, what? What is he doing? No, I see what he's doing, but why? To do what? That sounds totally unnecessary. Couldn't he just flush it down the toilet? And he just throws it in the trash and leaves. Does he even use it for food at all? Okay, turn this off. Now the woman's walking into the bathroom. What do you take me for? Some kind of pervert? Wait, what is she doing? Is she going through the trash? Oh no. Oh no, she found it. She found it. She thinks it's gotta be... No, she's... Oh my gosh, she's pouring it in her... Why am I watching this? Why do you have me watch this? This is awful. Is this staged or is this real life? Oh, she does not look good at all. That is not healthy. I can't even imagine what that feels like down there. Oh, okay, turn this off. I'm done, turn it off. I'm done. Whew. Oh my gosh, wow. What? Well, now that I'm actually processing what happened, I'm not gonna say she deserved it, but that broad kinda had it coming. Well, she was really trying to pull a fast one on the gentleman who I guess was justified for doing this the whole time. Wow, that's just crazy. So we'd like to thank you for supporting our Stevie Spicy Hot Sauce for the last 25 years. Stevie Spicy Hot Sauce, for any spicy situation.
So Canada has funny money and good old Mitch thinks black people are just as good as the rest. But in other news, after 70 years of extinction, cheetahs have returned to the Indian jungles. And who said cheetahs never prosper? Season 2's off to a great start, isn't it? A 120 million year old fossil was believed to be the first four-legged snake until further investigation revealed it was just a long lizard. Meanwhile, some scientists are still convinced that bats are just birds with ears. North Korean propaganda is claiming that it was in fact Kim Jong-il who invented the burrito back in 2011. Wait, then what the hell did I eat in 2010? Kohler announced smart tech bathtubs that can now run you a bath with just a voice command. They can also draw you a bath, but you'll have to supply the crayons. It was revealed that Seamus Blackley, a member of the original Xbox team at Microsoft, was almost fired for saying that gaming is like masturbation. Everybody does it, but no one wants to talk about it. I mean, he's not wrong. I also think gaming is like masturbation. It's better with 2 players. A new study claimed that celebrity-obsessed people are less intelligent. A study published by none other than the New York Post. Well, at least they're self-aware. In response to criticisms over vaccine misinformation, Spotify announced they will now add content warnings ahead of Joe Rogan podcast episodes, warning listeners that they will be listening to Joe Rogan. Netflix dropped their latest show Hype House this month, a series illustrating the inevitable future of needing a 6-figure salary and 10 roommates to own a house. And finally, Fox News host Tucker Carlson criticized the design change of the female Eminem characters as, quote, less sexy. Yeah, why don't you go ahead and tell me what you jerk off to without telling me what you jerk off to? Well, wait, isn't Mars Candy Company being sued for child labor? We'll be right back after this.
This season opener of The Last Minute was sponsored by My Parents' Mug Cupboard. How many mugs do they need, and where do they keep coming from? Also by Printed Magazines, when you don't have a phone or a soap bottle to read on the toilet. And finally, fire. It never starts when you need it to, and always starts when you don't.
Alright, folks, I'm out of here. But remember, if it can only go downhill from here, then bring a sled. You might as well enjoy the ride. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. The Last Minute with Dustin Wong, a 20-something Studios production. Hosted by me, Dustin Wong. Featuring Liam Foley and Ricky Hamilton. Written by Dustin Wong, Liam Foley, and Ricky Hamilton. Cover art by Joey Bashand. And a special thanks to Axum Creative. Contact the show at thelastminute.dw@gmail.com.